Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to another Hero Spotlight for Heroes of the Storm here at Get Bonked. Today we're going to be taking a look at Muradin, the Mountain King. Muradin is a dwarf warrior who excels at disrupting enemies while soaking as much damage as possible. As one of the most durable tanks in the game thanks to his passive healing, Muradin can become a nightmare for any ranged assassin within his grasp. Being able to lock down enemies doesn't come free though. Muradin's damage is considerably low compared to other tanks in the game. Muradin's combat trait is Second Wind. After not taking damage for 4 seconds, Muradin regenerates health at an increased rate. When below 40%, this bonus is doubled. His first ability is Stormbolt. Muradin throws his hammer in a straight line, damaging and stunning the first targeted hits for 1.5 seconds. His second ability is Thunderclap. Muradin stomps the area around him, damaging and slowing all enemies hit by 25% for 2.5 seconds. His third ability is Dwarf Toss. Muradin leaps to a targeted location, dealing damage to enemies upon landing. Muradin's first heroic ability is Avatar. This ability transforms Muradin for 20 seconds, giving him a boost in health and causing his basic attacks to stun enemies briefly. Finally, his second heroic ability is Haymaker. Muradin punches a target, dealing damage and greatly knocking them back. Enemies hit on the path are damaged and knocked aside. For this video, we'll be going over the Rewind Stunlock Muradin. This build turns him into a crowd control machine while still giving him enough survivability to stay alive in the front lines throughout long teamfights. This is also the standard build in competitive play. For the first talent, you'll want to grab Perfect Storm. This talent gives your Stormbolt a stacking 5 damage for every hero hit by this ability. While this might not seem like a lot, you'll be noticing it come late game. At level 4, Sledgehammer is the best option. With it, your Stormbolt will now deal 400% damage to minions and structures and destroy 4 ammo from structures. This talent is amazing for pushing, especially when rushing the core. It is also very good at dealing with enemy mercenaries, including the Grave Golem from the Haunted Mines. At level 7, take Piercing Bolt. This talent makes your Stormbolt pierce through, hitting one additional target as a result. This is the foundation of the build, and when your crowd control starts becoming a lot more powerful. At level 10, Avatar is the way to go. This turns Muradin into a crowd control machine, complementing our Stormbolt lockdown very well. This also gives you a large chunk of health, making you so much more durable. At level 13, grab Rewind. When activated, this talent refreshes the cooldown of all your basic abilities. Whether it's to double leap away from enemies to stay alive, or double Stormbolt them to lock them down, Rewind is key on Muradin. At level 13, Stoneform is very important. This talent turns your combat trait into an activational ability that restores 50% of your maximum health over 8 seconds. This does not remove the passive bonus of the trait. Stoneform combined with Avatar turn Muradin into one of the most durable tanks in the game. Finally, at level 20, take Unstoppable Force. This increases the duration of Avatar by 30%, but more importantly, it reduces the duration of crowd control effects on you by 75% while Avatar is active. This will allow you to stick onto your targets much more effectively. Muradin's early game is all about getting stacks on your Stormbolt. Always look for the opportunity to hit your enemies with your Q to get that extra 5 damage. Also, your passive healing is insane for laning. As long as you conserve your mana, you should never have to back to base. If you ever happen to get low, simply hide behind your wall for a few seconds and let it heal you up. During fights, the most efficient use of your Stoneform activational heal is while Avatar is active, not before or after. Since it heals for 50% of your maximum health, you'll be receiving a lot more healing this way thanks to Avatar's health boost. The strongest aspect of this build by far is the Stunlock combo. To do this, start off with your Stormbolt, immediately follow it with a Thunderclap, give it a short delay, press Rewind, Thunderclap again, and finish it with another Stormbolt. If executed perfectly, you will barely override your first Stormbolt, stunning your enemies for a total amount of 3 seconds and dealing the most amount of damage possible. In teamfights, your most important job is to interrupt key abilities. Luckily for you, it's almost impossible to mess it up. Thanks to Avatar stunning on every auto attack, the only thing going against you is time. Always keep an eye out on channels like Strafe and Ravenous Spirit and try to react to them as quickly as possible. That's gonna do it for this Hero Spotlight video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to have fun.
You are not prepared!